Hey everyone, so this is a series that I've been wanting to make for a while. My friends always ask me for recommendations on different shows because I just would blow through shows like nothing other. I counted it as part of my self-care. I just find it really relaxing and I'm very exploratory in terms of what I watch. So my friends actually always would recommend jokingly, "Oh, you should totally make a YouTube channel of just reviewing shows so that other people know if it's worth watching or not." That's why I'm starting this. Everyone's at home now more, so they probably have more time to do things that they enjoy. What I'm going to do is for all the shows that I review, or I might review movies too, but I'm not sure yet. But I'm going to do actual numbered rankings to make it a little bit more structured so that it's just not me rambling every time about my thoughts. So I'm going to have categories where I score it. So the first category is going to be aesthetics slash visuals, that type of thing. I'm a very visual person, and so I enjoy when I can tell that the producers and cinematographers put a lot of effort into what they're creating. So that's the first category. The second category I'm going to rank is acting quality because I feel like that really just does make a big difference in terms of the experience. And the third is going to be plot, or I guess structure of the show. And then I'll sort of give my final yes no recommendation in general at the end. So let's get started. This review is for Love is Blind. It only has one season so far, and it's a Netflix original, and it's categorized under reality TV. My aesthetics slash visuals score for Love is Blind is 2 out of 5. Honestly, it wasn't anything special. I mean, it's reality TV, so I guess it's hard to get super creative with it. They have the standard confessionals, which are in another, they cut to another room where the person is talking about how they felt in the moment, things like that. Yeah, that's pretty normal, and I think they tried to get creative with it a little bit, but it ended up just looking really weird. Is sometimes during confessional scenes, they would zoom in on the side of the face of the person, and maybe there would be a chair, or I don't even know what it was, something in the way, part of a wall or something. And so they would zoom in and the face would be a little bit out of focus, and then come into focus, but it would only last 2 seconds, and it was just a really weird, I think they were trying to be creative, but it just looked kind of weird because the zoom in would be really close up, and then it would fade from the chair or whatever, out of focus, and bring it into focus. So I actually didn't really like that. I think one of the cool things that I wish they would have shown more of is the pods. And if you watch a trailer, you'll see this, but there's little rooms that each person talks to the other person in, and those kind of looked like mini apartments. They were decked out with alcohol and cute furniture, and we never really got a good I kind of want a panoramic zoom, give me the full tour first, that kind of thing, just because I think that would have been really cute. But we didn't really get to see too many details of the inside. Second category is acting. So since this is a reality TV show, I'm going to grade it more on the quality of the reality TV-ness, if that makes sense. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Honestly, there wasn't as much drama as I thought that there would be, because we're all used to seeing reality TV that's a lot. And this was pretty even keeled. It's not trashy. I kind of feel like the contestants are very much people that you would know in your real life. Yeah, 3 out of 5 because it wasn't that much drama. It's not super entertaining, to be honest, which is why I gave it a middle score. It's if you're watching reality TV for the purpose of just being entertained, keeping up with the Kardashians or something, it's a lot, and you kind of watch it and love it because it's brainless and super entertaining. The third category is plot slash structure. For something that was fiction, I would grade it on plot. But for this, since it's reality TV, I'm going to rate the structure of the show, and actually I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It was really good. Kind of unique the way they set up the season. It's step 1, you talk to each other in these pods, and then step 2 is, if you chose someone, you get to go on a vacation or something. So it's there's steps that go more and more intimate as the season progresses, and it was just a very interesting way of doing a love reality TV show that I hadn't seen before, so that was pretty cool. The only feedback that I would have, and why I did not give it a 5 out of 5, is I felt like they really rushed through the initial dating part in the pods in the beginning, super quickly, and I kind of, I feel like that's premium content right there. People on YouTube will watch podcasts or just people chatting for an hour, right? So I think that it would have been pretty entertaining if they had released more, slowly rolled out more of the pod content and made just more episodes, or even split it into 2 seasons or something, because we really didn't get that much time with, there are also a lot of contestants, and they have to talk to each person multiple times. So it is a lot, but I just think that I didn't get the chance to really get to know them or grow with them and learn that much about them in the beginning. And then all of a sudden they were okay, I chose my person type of thing, and it was pretty quick. So I would say spending more time in the beginning would have been cool, just to see the actual conversations of all the contestants, and some of them didn't make it, and I actually kind of want to see some of those too. Maybe they were ugh, I can't believe you said that, and like cross them off the list or something. Like even if it was just a couple that didn't make it to the next step, I really think that would have still been interesting to see. So those were my category rankings. And then my last thing that I'm going to give is just a sort of would I recommend this to the general viewer ranking. And honestly, I'm going to say no. You could probably live without watching this one. Like I said, it's not as intensely trashy as most reality TV. It's honestly, it's very like, I don't want to say sophisticated, but it is a lot about self-reflection. And at the end of the day, it was a psychology experiment, right? So, and I was a psych major in undergrad, so I guess I appreciate that aspect of it. And yeah, there is definitely a lot of thinking deeply about your feelings. You know, the contestants really learned a lot about themselves and each other. And so it's like, oh yeah, I really understand where you're coming from. As in me, like I could watch and really understand like the feelings that were happening and all of that. So it's not quite as brainless as regular reality TV. You know, like I did find it interesting, just because I'm a very self-reflective person. But if that doesn't seem like the thing for you, I wouldn't really recommend it. Just because if you are just looking for that, you know, brainless, entertaining type of show, this is probably not it. And then I just want to spend like a little bit at the end to talk about my random thoughts that I had that are not really part of those categories. So the first thing is pretty much everyone on this show is quite attractive, like probably above average. They didn't really have anyone that was super unattractive, you know? So I think that kind of muddled up the experiment part of it, to be honest. But you can't really say love is blind if all the contestants are pretty. You know, this is definitely not like a scientific experiment with controls and like, you know, it's not that kind of study. It's just for a TV, so I can understand why they did that. So that's one thing that I thought was, I was a little disappointed because when I first heard about this show from friends, I was like, oh, like, what if you meet the person and find out that they're like super ugly or like, I don't know, like, or like not your type. You know, obviously attractiveness is a relative scale to everyone, so, but yeah, and like that, I feel like that just like wouldn't happen if you have everyone who's kind of within the same pool on the scale. The second thing I wanted to just mention was give everyone like notebooks to write down, you know, things to remember about each person you talk to, because it is kind of like speed dating in the beginning and they're talking to a lot of people. So that kind of bothered me that it was like traditional pen and paper, because you're probably not going to fill out that whole notebook, and then I'm sure at the end they maybe like throw it away or recycle it. Either way, that's just like a lot of paper that went unused. And you know, it's 2020 now, so I was like, they couldn't, you know, it's a Netflix show. You can afford to give each contestant like an iPad and an Apple Pencil. Like, I work for a pretty small company, and they were able to give me a company-issued iPad and Apple Pencil. And like, whenever I go somewhere, like a conference where I need to write notes, I just use it to write notes digitally and save it to the cloud or whatever. So I don't use any paper. And I just think, for the environment's sake, I'm just kind of upset that everyone was using regular paper. Anyway, I think those are all my thoughts. Hopefully this was helpful, and I'm definitely going to do a lot more of these. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye.